Disclaimer. The following presentation is strictly for hip-hop heads, the ones that actually listen to the words. Furthermore, we value your input on this video, so comments are greatly appreciated. We welcome any and all disagreements, but if there's no logic behind your comments, we will let you know about yourself. Thanks for watching and enjoy.
Business Podcast. Welcome all. It's been a hell of a last few days. Of course, you know, we just came off of the release yesterday of J. Cole's final album titled The Fall Off. If you missed our live, go check it out. But tonight, me and my bro pretty much gonna, like, I guess you can say dissect this motherfucker, man. What's good with you, man?
Yeah. Nothing much. Good, man. Been listening to the project damn near for 72 hours. 72 hours straight. Got my dashiki on in lieu of this project that we're gonna talk about. You know, it was only right, you know, so
Yeah, of course, man.
we here.
Legend in his own right. And I think we can call him that. Of his, especially from his generation. If they had the Hall of Fame for hip hop, I think he would be first ballot in. That's my opinion, but you know.
Yeah.
It's been a lot going on social media. A lot of people trying to dissect it as well, trying to figure out if he's talking about K-Dot or talking about Drake or talking about this person. Well, leave it to the professionals, man. Because, you know, you create an issue that's not there, and I don't like to see that type of shit. But we're going to just talk about what we feel about the project, and, you know, y'all know how we do it, man.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know, I guess I when I listen to projects like this, I try to think of the mindset of the person in which he definitely brought people in on this album, where he's coming from. And one, I think, theme that I'm hearing when it comes to even the rollout of it and the messages and the videos, everything, it's like, not everything, but you get this notion of the conflicted by your own success. This album sounds like, I feel like this album sounds like this because of this kind of like mental ping pong that I feel like he's going through. And honestly, like how you mentioned about his last album, I never thought, you know, people say they, you know, this their last album all the time, but after hearing this album, I do feel like this is his last album after listening to it.
What about it made you feel that way when you wasn't 100% sure when we first talked about it?
Because of the amount of complaining I heard. like he did. So, I'm just being honest, man. He kind of like he doesn't like this shit, man. You can tell the way he moves. He doesn't really like. He loves the process. That's what he loves. He doesn't love anything else about his career but the process of making it. And maybe I think a little bit of the, you know, seeing the fans at his shows and stuff, but we heard him say about when it comes to the process, and that's 25,000 times better than what people's reaction is to it. Like, I think all of those things put together, it kind of just make me like, yeah, I can see now. Is him saying it and then hearing the shit on here, I'm like, man, he don't really fuck with this shit like that. Like, you know.
And, you know, I can respect that, and I can understand that, because I think it's the way that hip hop has changed from back in the day. I think if hip hop and the craft that so many artists respected, let's say back in the early 90s, mid 90s, late 90s, I think he would still enjoy it. I think I really do, because with social media, it changed so much from going from CD sales to streams. That's one thing that bothers a lot of goddamn artists. And then with social media, everybody just doing a bunch of this, man. You know what I'm saying? You got and you have the right if you have a platform to be a critic, and we do the same thing. But people like to see drama, and we can tell with him that ain't what it's about for him. He backed out like, nope, I'm not doing it. Fuck it. Call me what you want to. So I think a lot of things change with the time, and that's just how I see it. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, before we went live, before we started recording, you just mentioned about him doing the out of the trunk sale, and then I see on my phone pop up, uh, right now. You can't see it, but it say J. Cole out the trunk sale, Greensboro. So he's doing something live right now. As far as selling CDs out the truck, I don't know what he got, but the streaming
Hey,
shit
is that his page?
yeah, that's his page live right now. Just that was the notification I just played. Um, he doing that right now.
Wow.
Okay, so that is what it is.
Yeah.
Um,
I ain't mad at Cole, man. I ain't
yeah,
mad at Cole. Cole is he's from that's why he called himself the middle child, you know what I'm saying? He still got a little bit of that old generation in him, but also with the newer generation. And what he's doing right now, he's staying true to the old generation. You know, P started that shit, selling CDs out the
yeah.
goddamn trunk, man.
Out the trunk, out the trunk. P, too short. Guys, early '90s, out the trunk with the shit. So Um, yeah, that's dope. I like, I like seeing shit like that. He's definitely on that grassroots shit, man. I don't know how they gonna work that out when it comes to people actually paying. They gonna have to get a line because right now it's just a mob of people around, and he just standing up trying to talk. Ain't no microphone. Is that they'll get it together. We got something here to do today. So we're gonna continue. And you was talking about, far as, and we talking about it at length, but I just one takeaway, far as like a general takeaway of this album, when we look at Might Delete Later, right? If the Drake and Kendrick beef didn't happen, I almost feel like Might Delete Later or the fall off, there wouldn't have been no Might Delete Later. I almost feel like.
It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been. I don't
Right.
believe unless because let's think about it. He did that one song, the minute drill, one song, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he still had what 13 others.
Great
So
music.
so I can't say he wasn't working on something or did he put out his first song after this shit started. I can't remember. Um that was what 2 years, almost 2 years ago. But so I really
You
don't
want
know.
you want to fact check it real
Yeah,
quick? Pause and fact check it.
yeah,
Yeah. So in saying that, we just looked up March. That Like That track by Kendrick Lamar was released in March. What was it? March 20 something.
March 22nd, 2024.
Might Delete Later came out April
April.
something. So my thing is that I feel like it almost forced because 7 Minute Drill was on that. It's almost like it kind of made things look different for his rollout type of thing. I don't know if it's and this is just a theory, but I'm gonna just say this. Might Delete Later. I liked that sound, and I think I'm be honest. If he took 7 of the best songs off here and put it on Might Delete Later, that would be a better album than we got today. And I feel like the trajectory of his album was shifted when when the back and forth shit, because he made some decisions and things.
I'm guessing was it already playing in his head that his next album was going to be his last album, and if that's the case, then I can understand why you say that. And Might Delete Later was the pop up project. It's hard for
Right.
me to believe that, but because I think Cole is one of those guys. He's stubborn in his own ways. That
Yeah.
I'm not gonna allow you to make me put out another project. Why not just put out just what Drake and Kendrick did, a few songs. Here you go. And then
Right.
see how that works out. And then come with your final project. But
Right.
I love Mike Delete later. I'm glad he never deleted it, but he did tell us he would delete something, and he damn sure did. He deleted that damn 7-minute drill.
Yeah.
But
it's just that I like to be thinking about this shit, kind of the timeline of it all. I feel like because everybody thought he was gonna drop, but that's how I just want to put that for the general listening spirit as far as the lyricism you heard, the artistry you heard, because he gets lyrical when he want to, but we did hear like on Forest Hill Drive. You listen to that, you hear the singing, you hear the harmonies, you hear he didn't stray from that. From Forest Hill to this, you listen to these two projects, they're not too far off.
Cole went back to his artistry on this project. I know me and you go back and forth talking about who Cole became when we used to discuss the bars, him having the verse of the year, because you felt like maybe that's what he wants to be recognized as now. But at this point, the last album, like you said, he went back to how he came in.
Big Business Podcast.